Jungle Books, Martin, and everybody out there. I think we realize that Disney is probably the most environmentally friendly corporation out there because they recycle like a motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah.
Their recycling program is hard, man. I mean, if they have a successful property, they don't waste a drop.
Even Elon Musk is like, damn.
Yeah.
Come on now.
If people treated the earth like Disney treats these properties right here, we wouldn't have global warming at all. It would be eaten all around the world. But as you know,
except Song of the South.
Except song, well, we all be slaves in that eating. Yes, sir. This is paradise. But as you know, they have this trend now of going in and recycling their animated classics by turning them into live action films. And they've had a good run with that. I think they've had some success with that. Have they had one that flopped yet?
Peter Pan.
No, that wasn't theirs.
Oh, well,
so no.
Then no.
That was Warner Brothers.
Ooh, Tron Legacy.
Again, animated classic.
Oh, true.
So, no. So, you knew they weren't going to stop. I mean, they got Dumbo coming out, and we heard about this a while back, The Jungle Book. That's right. They've gone in and remade this into live action, which has been remade a lot of times, but this is officially based on their 1967 classic, directed by one of my favorite animators from the old man of Disney, Wolfgang Reitman.
Yeah, he's actually my absolute favorite.
Oh, look at you, knowing the emanations over there. Thought I was the Disney aficionado up in here. But with this, I love this movie. I love this movie. And like I said, they've remade this before, and it's based on the Rudyard Kipling classic. But this one, the others have just been, they've been, what do you call that? Public domain. Mm-hmm. And now this is taking songs from the original. They're taking some of the same personality traits from the original animated film, but the story kind of remains the same and consistent for every version you have out there. You got young Mowgli out there. Or is it Mowgli?
Mowgli. They say Mowgli throughout the film.
Mowgli. You got young Mowgli, man cub they call him. He was orphaned and brought in by a pack of wolves, and now the jungle is trying to protect him. The whole jungle is trying to protect this boy. Panthers, bears, everybody. Except Shere Khan. He said, that bitch has got to go. Man is no good. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Yeah, we all got this truce. We're all peaceful. We all come here and drink. But when that truce is over and that water rises, that motherfucker going to die.
Right. And ain't none of y'all going to do a goddamn thing about it.
I wish y'all
It ain't none of y'all going to do nothing. Look at I don't care about you hiding behind your mama. Show ass, boy. And now the jungle's trying to get together to get Mowgli back to the man village before Shere Khan can get him. Or, believe it or not, there are people out there who have other and worse agendas than Shere Khan for little Mowgli. And I know a lot of people are complaining. First of all, people are complaining, man, in this remake crazy world, can we get just something original? Just a thin slice of something original right here. And there's white man. I love that cartoon. It's perfect. Why y'all got to remake that? Well, I, being the historian on Disney here, I know Disney better than anybody else. Of course.
Sure.
Sure. You sound so convincing too. I'm going to go on a limb here and say, well, I did not know the man personally. I know a little bit of history about Disney, and him and even a director named George Powell years ago, they were considered to be the George Lucas of their time. They were always pushing technology, and especially technologies in the areas of effects. George Powell did stuff like, what was that Mars movie, War of the Worlds.
Oh, okay.
And Disney did a lot of live action movies where they were the big blockbusters of their time. My point here is that if Disney had technology that he had, that we have today, I can almost guarantee you he would have done The Jungle Book like this.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The reason why they did it, oh hell, this dog is outside.
Came back.
I know he came back.
I seen some shit out there.
Don't go out there.
Let me go ahead and shut this door for this dog.
Down the street,
I know, right?
getting drunk on 6th Street.
Tequila.
Homeless dude eats my dog out there.
Picking up some bitches.
He came in with prostitutes and drugs and shit. Came in with a brown bag with a 40 in
You gave me a
it.
pimp's name. I gotta live up to.
Yeah. All right. So where was I? With a little badass dog.
Walt Disney would make this.
Walt Disney. He would have done it like this. And the reason why I say that is because he did that in animation because that was the way to make these animals talk and have personalities at the time. Today, the way technology has advanced, it's insane.
Yeah, technology says fuck your animation.
Yeah, pretty
Make
much.
animals talk.
If y'all loved that animated classic back in the day, you better be glad Disney didn't have CG back then because that shit wouldn't have existed. You would have had it like this. And as much as I love the original, I can't blame Disney for going in and trying to do it this way. The technology has advanced so much that at this point, these animals, they look like real animals. They've managed to go in and capture the little nuances of animals in nature. They do the tail the flicking and the ear flicks and
Yeah, that's one of the things that's amazing about it is like the animal, the body language, the mannerisms of just the animals in the background. Not even like the main ones in your face, but you just see all the ones walking around. Like when you get to the scene with all the apes and the monkeys, like each one of them, it's like 100. 200 monkeys, and they all look, they move the way monkeys do. Like your brain never disconnects from it.
And the other thing about that is that there's a balance. Like they actually are able to capture humanity in these animals while still making them look like animals, but you can relate to them as human personalities. These animators that are doing this kind of technology and these special effects at this point, it's amazing. I want to go back in time and just fuck with people. Just tell them. Just tell them.
This is 50 years.
Exactly.
Evolution. This is what happened.
Exactly. Animals took over before they lynched me for being black or burned me for being an evil wizard or something.
Might as well throw those Bibles away.
Yeah.
This is what happened.
Yeah, it's done. Bears and panthers took over. We ain't shit. We're slaves. Shit is just going backwards from this point. Enjoy your life. Leave people up there fucked. Who was that? But when I watched this, you couldn't have this kind of performance in these animals, even as special effects, unless you had the right personalities to do that.
Amazing voice acting.
This is some of the best casting I've seen in a movie.
Yeah, they've done some.
All of it was spot on.
Yeah, they did some very inspired voice casting for this. Now, back in the day, they had the same thing. And if you watch the classic, you can't forget the voice of Phil Harris.
Yeah, that's
Sebastian Cabot as Bagheera. Phil Harris did Baloo. I forgot who did the snake.
Yeah, I always forget that guy's name.
I forget that guy.
It's Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, we'll just call him Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh did the snake, and they did great voices. And they kind of captured that. Now in this version right here, you see that we have kind of the same thing going on with Bagheera. Bagheera is voiced by Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
And Bagheera, he's that killjoy dad. Don't let you do shit. Every time you start to have fun, he's coming, what are you doing now? Well, stop that. Oh, hell, dad. Leave me the fuck alone, But Baloo is a little changed. They got the voice of Bill Murray, and he's more of like a pothead now.
A pothead with an alternative agenda.
A pothead con man.
The dynamic of all these characters, they actually work. And the casting is very
Jesus, man, look.
good. Got my own Jungle Book going on over there. You sure you want that pillow back?
No. I mean, there was a little hole in it, and I wondered, I was going to make a joke about him fucking it, but
People
knows what he's doing.
No joke.
If you're listening, Martin left a Spider-Man pillow here, and Mojo's just been having sex with that pillow for the last 5 minutes.
Jesus.
Martin, I'll give that pillow back to you tonight.
That's all right.
Oh, anyway, Baloo and Bagheera.
It's a honey stash for winter.
Have you lost your mind?
You said you wouldn't get mad.
Did you listen to anything Akira taught you? There's no place in the jungle for these tricks.
God damn, Dad, shit. You see what I'm saying? Man, can I live?
How to do this? You do this in the man village.
But I'm helping Baloo get ready for hibernation.
Bears don't hibernate in a jungle. What are you teaching him?
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
You know what, Corey? I'm looking at this. If
Oh,
they put a
Lord.
backwards cap on that bear, he looks just like you, man. Man, y'all got the same eyes.
They got the same demeanor.
Yeah. Shit, you and that bear been down that alley again smoking, haven't you?
Hey, man, I gotta keep them set. You gotta be good.
Yeah, you got that shit good one.
No, man, it was funny. I watched this. I watched the '67 one this past Monday, and there's a part where Baloo goes like doobie 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 doop doop doop.
Yeah.
Doop. I was like, oh no.
Doobie doop doop. So it was foretold.
There you go. His bare necessities.
You know, Baloo, if you remember the original, Baloo was just kind of this cool bear just going through the woods. You know, just
All you gotta do is look for the bare necessities.
okay. Goddamn, this dog has got to go. Mojo, shit. This, you know, I'm losing my patience with this fucking animal. This dog's been fucking pillows.
You about to get locked in a car, man.
God damn it. Shit.
Put him in there with Kermit in that box down there.
God damn it. Oh, it's fucking barking. God damn it.
What are you gonna do?
No, right?
Keep that motherfucker quiet. Shit. Yeah, keep him on your gut. Eat him or something. Shit. This damn dog been barking the whole goddamn. I can't wait for this girl to get back. This girl has left me with this dog, and I had no choice to bring him here, and he's been barking the whole time.
You're gonna be a great father.
Yeah, I can't wait till y'all have kids.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Get this motherfucker.
I've been patient for weeks, have I not? I mean, but today he's challenging me. Today he's just been on like full crazy mode, fucking furniture, barking and shit.
Now who's Bagheera?
Are you out of your mind?
These tricks.
I told you about turning tricks with this furniture. Shut up, goddammit. Sammy, choke that motherfucker, man. God damn. Where was I?
All you gotta do is look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Your word.
Worries and your strife. I mean, bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that
That's me right now. God damn it. Ooh. But as you see, Baloo just a cool bear walking through the woods, jazzing it up, and they changed him a little bit, but they changed him and made him still a fun bear. For a lot of these characters, they've taken them and made them a lot scarier.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That was menace throughout this entire movie.
Oh, it was. It was. As you know, Mowgli has a lot of enemies in the jungle as he's trying to make it on his own after he gets kicked out of the only family that he knows, his wolf pack. And in the jungle, there are tons of things waiting to eat him. And,
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
you gonna die! But one of the creepiest parts of the movie involves Scarlett Johansson as Kaa.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's really seductive and her voice fits perfectly. And it's almost like a pedophile trying to pick up a kid. If you listen to it, like, come on, honey, you're going to be okay.
Who are you?
Sexy.
You know what? That's how men really look when they meet Scarlett Johansson. They're like, God damn, this girl's fine as hell. And you know what was cool about that? Because you remember the original, and one of the things that they took from a pretty lighthearted scene.
I never thought that scene was
The
lighthearted.
eyes.
Oh, what, in the original?
In the cartoon.
But yeah, you remember the eyes.
Yeah, those eyes, yeah.
Yeah, when they in the original, it's kind of whimsical and funny, and when you look at it, it's kind of a goofy cartoon gag.
Trust in me, just in me.
Okay, that's kind of child molestery too. But
Well, the way one of the things you say they made it more serious and menacing was like with that. One of the biggest things that they did right there was the sound design. Because the whole time, like you would hear, like you were in the same shoes as Mowgli, so like you hear a voice behind you, turn around and look in, and
Right.
then she comes
ooh,
out
that's
of nowhere.
right. That's right. In the theater, you actually hear Scarlett Johansson breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
You're going like, ooh. Do you realize a big hairy dude behind you?
Move, Josh.
But they put the eyes in here, and they didn't make it silly or funny.
Right.
You know, they actually made it seem like a reptile paralyzing its prey.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, how if they were going to work that in, and they did it in a way that was so subtle yet effective.
And then some things work better than others. But another thing that's a lot more intimidating than it was in the original, everybody remembers King Louie.
Of course.
I want to be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Again, just a hip cat going through the jungle, you know, singing the jazz, having a good time, dancing all over the place. And people love this number right here. That's Louie Prima who does the voice. And if you guys remember this, I mean, it's a really funny number in the animated movie. In this, King Louie,
King Kong.
I know.
You know who I am?
No.
I am the king of the Badalog. Call me Louie.
God damn, that's a big ass monkey.
Yes, sir.
I'll call you whatever the fuck you want me to call you. Think I'm gonna argue? As you can see, Christopher Walken does a great job at that because there's like this calm menace behind his voice. When you look at it, he's filmed all in shadow, and that is cool. I like what they did with it, even though they made him more of it's kind of a stereotypical mob boss, but it worked for me at least. One of the things that I really love, though, I mean, if you want to talk about your villains here, you want to talk about being scary, you want to talk about menace, Shere Khan. Shere Khan. Idris Elba owned this movie. And keep in mind, that's just his voice.
Yeah.
When he enters the scene, he commands everything. And I'm going to tell you something, Shere Khan, great villain in this movie, but that's a villain, that's just a CG tiger. That's a villain that could be on par with any villain that you see in any film out there.
Face not remind you of what a grown man can do.
Boom.
Shift your hunting ground for a few years and everyone forgets how the law works. Well, let me remind you, a man cub becomes man, and man is forbidden.
And in case you think that this is a children's film, and they're going to go easy, Shere Khan don't fuck around.
They are brutal. They should call him Suge Knight instead.
He was dangling animals over cliffs.
He was pulling some of the most gangster stuff I've ever seen.
He really was.
Movie.
Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling that you guys enjoyed this very much. I'm getting the feeling. Okay.
Makes you say that?
Well, I see that you have some enthusiasm for some of the things that I say. I'm just asking because I'm going to let you come in with your things right here, but I want to see if you have some of the same complaints that I do. Because one of the complaints that I had is that every animal in here almost is great. I mean, even the late Gary Shandling plays a small creature in here just for a cameo, and he's great. All these CG creatures give in a decent to great performance. But the human character, the flesh and blood character, I'm not going to say that kid was bad. That's Neil Sethi, the kid that plays Mowgli, and I can see why they got him, because being that this is supposed to be somewhat of a remake, a live-action remake of the animated film, they got somebody who sounded like the Mowgli in the cartoon.
It looked like him.
It looks like him too. I'll give you that. But he's a kid that kind of has that cadence of a kid trying to act, and he acts with his hands a lot. Why are you doing this? Where are you going? I sound like Anakin from fucking Star Wars. You know,
I didn't feel that way.
Like I said, he wasn't bad. He just, to me, in some of your most important scenes where you were supposed to feel the emotion, like his mother. And his mother is voiced by, what's her name?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. The moment that he gets kicked out of his family, his only family, his tribe, his pack, that's a scene that could have brought me to tears. But because of him, I just didn't feel the full emotion of it. Like I said, man, the majority of this movie, I'm really getting into, man. I'm really enjoying everything in this film. But when the movie is trying to mimic the original, especially with the song numbers, there's no way that you can beat Phil Harris doing the bare necessities.
Bring the bare necessities of life wherever I wander, wherever I roam. I couldn't be found out my big home.
And scene has so much energy, so much whimsy to it. And they don't even do the full song in the movie, but Bill Murray as Baloo trying to do it with this kid who sings with him, to me, they just messed that song up. They massacred that song.
I didn't think that.
I agree with I like how they executed it, how they brought it in, because they didn't do the whole song the same with King Louie. I like how they executed it in there, but I don't like the performances themselves. I didn't think Bill Murray and Christopher Walken's voices were suited for those songs.
Yeah, Christopher Walken actually does a good rendition of a decent rendition of "I Want to Be Like You." Like, you know, sit your ass down. There's a part here with that little monkey. This little monkey comes in, tries to steal the show. Get your ass on out of here. I want to show you that because one of the things that Disney animators are geniuses at, or were at that time geniuses at, is that they use those animated numbers to like make some really inspired animated business. I mean, they would do these whole numbers, and they would be so much fun because the songs would be great and the characters would be doing great business with them. They used to like plan this out for months, and they didn't do it here. And I know they tried to use an excuse for it. You know why that goddamn ape is so big? So they could use the excuse, well, his ass is too fat to get up and dance around. You know, they didn't have the money or the time to do a whole musical number with an ape like this and all those monkeys in there. And I understand why, but you know, it's a totally different tone the way they do it. Like I said, it's a little more menacing, but it doesn't even hold a match or a candle up to the original. With
Sure,
Louie
right.
Prima.
You're right. I mean, if there's anything, those musical numbers don't match up to the original. But this is a journey to not be the original. I mean, like I didn't think they would even touch on them at all. I thought they might mention it a couple lines and then back off.
I thought that way too.
Yeah, and then when it seemed like they were going to do that, I was like, oh, I would like to hear just a little bit. And they were like, okay, all right, here you go.
Nah, man, I thought I was like, if you're gonna do it like this, you didn't even need to have this in here. One of my biggest concerns that this is gonna be too CG heavy, and it was gonna be like, all right, I'm a gamer, I'm used to seeing CG implanted this way and that way, but it's so seamless in this movie, you really can't tell, including with the animals. I loved again a lot of things in here where like when Khan was in like the mist, that's the same way he was in the animated movie. When Baloo's introduced in the animated movie, it's a whole bunch of colors. That's the same way it is in here. So there's a lot of stuff that was basically, I mean, while you say they're not trying to be the 67 version, they're definitely paying heavy homage to it, as well as the Lion King moment. So this is basically a movie for anybody that's a huge Disney fan. But I still got to agree with you on the things that like the song choice, the way they did the songs, I didn't think was that great.
Yeah, like when they're going down the river and all that kind of stuff. Martin says we're full of shit.
No, you guys aren't full of shit. I mean, it's just you didn't care for it, and I get that. I mean, yeah, I can see how they won't work for everybody. I was forgiving. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm having a good time. I know they can't give me that, and even if they did, would I even want that again? This is something different. It's okay. It's a choice they made. I'm happy with all the other choices. This doesn't bother me that much.
Rating?
I give it a low full price.
What about you, Mr.
Full
Goodman?
price.
Cool. And as much as I seem like I've been complaining, I would say this: it's not. Look, it's Jon Favreau, who directed this, did a better job than I ever thought they could have done with another remake of the Jungle Book. They've done it so many times.
Yeah,
but technically amazing. Very inspired parts of the story. I wouldn't say it's great overall, but I will say it is a damn good movie. It's very entertaining, and I'm giving it a full price too. And I can tell you right now, this is going to be a big hit. Kids are going to love this. One of the things that they did.
They're going to be scared of it in it
yeah.
too.
Well, good, man. They'll sit their little ass down and get home and shut up.
They all not like Zootopia. You see this, right?
Yeah.
Right.